Hello and welcome to the last and final episode of My Stepmom's Daughter is My Ex. Now, I want to present something before I begin this. I have something that I have to address by this. Domestic girlfriend. You see, when it comes to step siblings in anime, it's always the worst case scenario. Or the best case scenario, depending on the character. You have to remember, domestic girlfriend has this vibe where it's like, this show needs a season 2, and it should. I'm still waiting for Domestic Girlfriend season 2. And now when I look at this show, when I look at My Stepmom's Daughter is My Ex, if that show gets a season 2, before Domestic Girlfriend, I'm gonna be pissed. Now, the reason I brought up Domestic Girlfriend is because Domestic Girlfriend to me is like the dark show in terms of like more sauce into it. Whereas My Stepmom's Daughter is My Ex, it has this, it's like a light flavor. Like it's a light flavor, but this one is more saucy, you know what I mean? Now, after 11 episodes of Yume and Mizuto going back and forth with each other, pretending their past don't mean nothing. For the last 11 episodes, we have seen Yume becoming jealous of Mizuto. And Yume is jealous of Higashira, seeing her going out, seeing Mizuto going out with another girl. For 11 episodes, we've seen Yume becoming somewhat distraught, that she still has feelings for him, despite the fact that they're step-siblings. And yeah, we have flashbacks to find the answers, and there are moments that who's gonna cave more, who's the big brother, who's the big sister, who's the younger brother, who's the younger sister. So it's been back and forth as the show progresses. And at the last week where the line is now cut, you know, the answers are revealed. The confessions are out. Now we get into this. In the last episode of My Stepmom's Daughter is My Ex, very pure, light step sibling feud going on, pretty light, but still is one of those shows that you have to recommend for people if they into that kind of if dealing with situations like this. I mean, I'm pretty sure Domestic Girlfriend does that too. But again, shows like these is one of them. So let's get right to it, the review of My Stepmom's Daughter is My Ex, the last episode. Okay, episode 12, if you prefer. Okay, so they still continuing their trip. They still hanging out Mizuto's family shrine thing, still there. You know, I would have expected it. I thought they're gonna end it with them heading back home, but you know, they're staying. And now it's the festival. You know, it's the summer festival, everything yukata, you know. And now I want to take a photo, and Mizuto just unlocked her phone like boom, 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 1027. I'm like, damn, how did they even know that? And I'm like, they dated before. When I first saw that scene, I thought that they just put the date. I thought because they were dating and they actually know the code. I think that's why it was there. I think I know. I'm like, okay, maybe that because, again, they were dating, so it's like, yeah, I know my ex-girlfriend's password, so it's quite easy. So now onto the shooting range. So I get Mizuto's cousin. I get it. She's so friendly. She's trying to get them to reconcile. I get it. That scene where leaning over to help her little cousin shoot the prize game, you know, Yume's like, okay, so is that what siblings do? Maybe I should do that. So when it was Zuto's turn to do it, all cool and everything, she's trying to like lean towards it, but she's like, I don't want to lean. I don't want my chest leaning on him. I mean, I'm trying to step back, but the moment she slipped, her chest hit his back, and they got another prize. And he has a heart. He gave it to the little cousin, so it was really nice. It was really nice. Now, this is where so here's the thing. For every episode of this, we have seen Yume going through so much. Through the dramas and comedies and the happy and sad moments that you may have, Mizuto is Mizuto is different. Mizuto has this factor, like he's been alone his entire life. Been alone. I mean, think about it. The world that he sees, it doesn't fit the bill. Like, his life has been sort of a heart that is chained. You know, he don't know nothing about the human life or human's heart or anything like that. He's been like a loner since. Doesn't understand. Like, he is like, ever since his mother died, and and having a single dad, he's been like the loner. Like, people look at him and say, "Oh, I feel bad for your loss," all that stuff, but he doesn't feel anything about it. Like, he doesn't know what to feel or put his emotions is all locked up. Nothing to be open, nothing to be said. It's just a loner. And I think he likes to be alone because he's not a guy who goes to family and just show off emotion. You just have that straight face. So we didn't know nothing about that. We're like, he's keeping it positive to himself. And all the books that he reads from his great grandfather, he learns from them. Like understanding how a human terms like humans, how to understand how humans smile, how to react, and about love. And so with Yume is like, Yume was the answer to Mizuto's feelings. Like, Mizuto never had any feelings of his own, but when he met Yume, that was the break. That was like the moment that the heart has been unlocked. He's now expressing feelings and all that stuff. He understanding what love is. He understanding how humans interact, all that stuff. He's getting that type of vibe. That's why he's always been alone. So when Yume encountered him, they sat down and talked, and they brought up like, "Oh, that pin, my pin," because it was our anniversary of our first date. And yeah, it was our anniversary. I mean, it was supposed to be our 2 months anniversary, but because we broke up, it's not the same as it was before. But Yume wanted some more answers, and Mizuto gave it to her. And questions like, if it was Higashira first, then would it been me dating? Like, how would it been reverse? How would it been reverse if you confessed to me and then confessed to Higashira? Or how would it have been if it's Higashira and then it was you? So it's all questions that needs to be answered for that one. And seeing Mizuto crying, like, again, we saw Mizuto crying as a kid. And now we're seeing him crying now because he finally got someone to talk to, and finally someone to be open to, like with Yume. So at the end of that scene where they were sitting down, they're just talking about, it was supposed to be our anniversary. It was supposed to be this and that, our feelings is, expressing their feelings. And that was the moment that he cried. Not cried, but a tear went down. Now, let me get on to the kiss. Let me get to that kiss. I gotta be honest with you guys. I didn't see that coming. I did not see that kiss coming. I didn't think that kiss was gonna happen. I need a light novel to read this. But again, I did not expect that kiss. Because after last week's episode, I thought, okay, all the feelings are entwined, they ain't gonna kiss, okay, they're not gonna end up together. We're not. They're not gonna end up together. Come on, this ain't Domestic Girlfriend. The ending did that, but they ain't gonna do that. That what got me thinking about it. That's what, like, they're not gonna do anything like this. But when Yume kissed Mizuto, understand, I did not see that coming. That kiss literally got me by surprise. But that kiss was not just like, okay, we're dating again. No, that's just weird. When Yume kissed Mizuto, that was a declaration of war to Higashira and all the other girls. This was just a declaration of war, and towards Mizuto, stating that, okay, I still have feelings for you, but not as the Yume in the past. This is the Yume stepsister kissing you as a sign that is, we're gonna rewrite our story again. We're gonna start a new chapter, a new life. And I'm not giving up, not as a lover, not as a step sibling, but as a lover. And I will do what I can to be your boyfriend. So if you think about it, but if you look closely at that, that was like, I'm not the Yume. I can't use that last name. I'm just going by the past. I'm not the Yume girl. I'm not the Yume from the past. I am this Yume, and I'm putting my foot down to rewrite my story. And that's what that kiss meant. So the next day, everything's back to normal. Everything's back to normal. Same friends, same energy from those two. Still hate each other, but still they, even though Mizuto and Yume can't stand each other, and they're still arguing about who's the big sister, who's the big brother, they're still gonna rewrite their story, and that's how the ending went. Now, overall, this was a good episode. Now, not really exciting as it was at the end. I mean, like, again, that kiss was definitely the most surprising thing I've seen in this episode. Other than that, it's not what people suspected. I mean, I get why this show has a low rating, like a 6.9 rating or 6.8 rating, I forgot, because people can't handle the step sibling vibe thing that's going on. I mean, think about it. Domestic Girlfriend is one of them, but its Domestic Girlfriend is there. In other shows dealing with step siblings that you should watch, like Domestic Girlfriend, Citrus, or Kiss Exist for that matter, they all have this. It's like those three shows have this it factor. Like, they have it in their blood. Like, they have it that make the storyline so unique. When I look, my stepmom's daughter is my ex is concerned, I don't think that show deserves even a second season, like the way how it is. I mean, I know people wanted to see a second season because they want to see the direction that these two going, but we'll see where this goes. So on a scale of 1 to 10 of the show, I gave it a 6.5. I mean, I would have expected more from this, but even though we have great characters and all that stuff, to make the show like worth watching, it's not as high demand as Domestic Girlfriend or Citrus or even Kiss Exist for that matter, when it comes to the step sibling genre that it is that. But it is what it is. Do I think it needs a second season? Not really, but it's up to the fans and it's up to the other people to see if they need this. But I'll tell you right now, if that show gets a second season and this doesn't, I'm gonna be pissed. Happy but pissed, you know what I mean about that. So thank you for watching my final review of My Stepmom's Daughter Is My Ex. Later today, I am going to talk about Harem Labyrinth in Another World, but that's one show I'm looking forward to. So stay tuned later in the afternoon for that.